Hi, this is Bruno from Bella Vista RV. Today we're going to do a test drive on a 2014 Spirit Silver 31KP by Itasca. Itasca is a division of Winnebago Industries, so their focus is on building a better quality unit with more amenities and attention to quality and value. The 31KP, the Spirit Silver, has a premium package on it, so it's actually meant to be a higher end unit, but at a very good price, giving you more amenities and features. Let's take a little test drive and see how she drives and what she sounds like. The 31KP is built on the Ford E450 chassis, so it's a nice heavy-duty chassis powered by a V10 Triton engine that is producing 305 horsepower and 420 foot-pounds of torque. So that's a lot of torque to get you moving down the road. The 31KP is about a 32-foot length unit with a large single slide in the living area. Now we're going to do a couple of different routes. We're actually going to take a little run up the highway as well as some back roads, just to be able to give you a sense of how she drives, what the stability's like, the amount of road noise that you would hear when you're traveling down the road. Now for those of you that are experienced RVers, you may see some differences depending on the type of coach that you're used to traveling with. For those that are newbies, that's really what I'm gearing the video towards, is to really give you a true sense of what it's like. Now, I'm actually just pulling out onto the highway here. I'm going to give it a lot of torque. We do have a wider turn than you'll find on some units because we're a little bit longer. And we're already up to speed here before we've even reached the end of the acceleration lane. Now this highway stretch, we're on Highway 11 just north of Barrie and south of Aurelia, is a 90 km/h stretch. So very quick acceleration time. You could hear how the engine really got up and put that torque to the ground to get us going. We're running right now about 90 km/h, just shy of 60 miles per hour, and we're running about 2200 RPM. I hope the video is going to give you a sense of the nice stable ride that I'm feeling as a driver here driving down the road. We've got a bit of a crosswind today in this area, which is really a perfect occasion to be test driving a unit, because that crosswind is really going to test the stability. As you notice when we go down the road here, pretty quiet drive right across the board. That's due to stronger constructed walls, better stability, better cabs. You get less road noise and better handling across the board. Now on this V10 Triton, you should experience on a unit like this somewhere between 8 to 10 miles per gallon, and that's going to vary depending on, of course, your driving style and whether you're doing flat driving, going through mountains, or if you're in the city. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull off the highway here, take one of the side roads, and get a sense of what she's like when you're a little bit lower speed, more bumps on the road, etc. Now as time goes on, we're planning to do multiple camera views. Today we've just started off with a little simpler view. We're using a GoPro Hero 3 Plus to record this video. And the camera's currently mounted, as you'll be able to see, on the front windshield, giving you a look at the cab here, as well as the overall body. Now on the Spirit Silver, as well as our Spirits, we do have the ability to have airbags placed on our rear suspension. What themselves, and here's a large bump that we've just gone through, just to give you a sense. But what you can do is when you have heavy crosswinds, you can adjust your bags accordingly to help offset crosswinds and the sway or the push that it will give you when winds are very high. You can also, if you're changing your load, if you're taking a longer cross-country trip, spending a number of months out on the road, you can actually put more pressure in the bags to firm up the ride. If you like a firmer ride, you're putting more weight to give you better drivability when you're putting more weight, or you can lighten up the bags if you don't like a harsh ride to give you a little softer ride, rely more on the rear springs, leaf springs, and traditional suspension. Now our unit here is equipped with backup and side view cameras on a Pioneer system. So we have color cameras and color view, which really gives you a great ability to back up, really see how close you're getting, as well as side view cameras, because we are becoming a little bit longer of a coach. Now we're just currently traveling at about 35 miles an hour, which is, you know, right around 50, 52 kilometers an hour. I'm going to stay quiet for a little bit just to give you a sense of what road noise is like. Now what's really nice is you shouldn't really be hearing any noise. I'm not in the cabin. A couple of little creaks, which are traditional of driving an RV, but it should only be a couple, and it should be very, very minimal, especially on a back road like this, where the frost has heaved the road, put lots of indentations and bumps around. What's nice with Itasca, being a Winnebago Industries product, is really there's a lot of attention to details with cabinet manufacturing, wall manufacturing, and just the overall assembly of the coach. With that attention to detail typically comes a quieter coach. When there's less attention put into those items, what will actually happen is you'll hear a coach that'll have more creaks, more rattles, more body roll, etc. Now what is nice about driving this C-Class is that when you do give it a little bit of throttle, as you can hear that V10 come to life and really start to propel you down the road. Now I'm being careful because we are highly observed in this area. We have lots of OPP, Ontario Provincial Police, and I'd hate to be stopped during a video review and get a ticket. I think that would make an interesting video review, but we'll try to avoid that. Now we're going down a back road here that's nice and windy, about 60 kilometers an hour. I'm just getting up to speed a little bit, and we're holding the speed there nicely. You know, absolutely a joy to drive. Hopefully we'll have a chance as the season progresses to test out some of our competitors' units, whether they be new or used. So check back frequently for updated video reviews. We're also going to take some time, do some A-Class gas as well as some diesels. So for those of you looking to get into the RVing lifestyle, you'll have the ability to get a sense of what the drive is like. Now I've been actually doing this test drive primarily with one hand. Of course we recommend two, but this is just to give you a sense of the stability behind the drive itself. Now the Spirit Silver, to talk about some amenities, we have a 39-inch LED TV on board, solid surface countertops, oversized preparation area because of this layout, oversized U-shaped dinette. We've just taken an offset corner for any of those of you watching the video, which means you're taking a little wider turn. We've just turned around nicely on that. Great maneuverability overall. On this KP, the awning is almost the entire size of the living area. We go from the main entrance door, which is right next to our cab, or cab I should say, all the way back to about 3 feet before the end. We have a beautiful relatively wide because we are a 32-foot coach, but it does keep it nice and reasonable. Slide-out topper on our slide-out, keeping rain off. If you're doing a cross-country tour or you've stopped into a Walmart or a Flying J and you've put the slide-out over a curb to have a little extra living space. And then, of course, in travel mode, we can completely move about this coach, whether we've got to get up and use the washroom, access the fridge, have some dinner. Now, I'm going to accelerate again to give you a sense of that's full throttle acceleration for 5,000 RPM and switching gears, and we're already up to 80 kilometers an hour. I'm going to let off again because we're actually going to take this exit to get back over to the dealership, but very, very quickly. It's accelerated, and at some point in the future we'll actually do a timed run to get a 0 to 60 acceleration, even though that's not really an important number on RVs, but for some of the newbies out there it'll give you a sense of how quickly the unit does accelerate and how capable this engine package is. So you really don't have to push it whatsoever to, get up to speed, do mountain climbs, etc. What's also nice with this engine package is that it is very powerful. We do have a 5,000-pound receiver on board, so if you did decide you wanted to tow a small car, maybe a motorcycle trailer, or on longer trips, or if you're heading south for 6 or 8 months, even a utility trailer. Now I'm backing up here, just using the mirrors and the basic side cameras, and you can see how quick and simple that was for the actual drive. Well, this is Bruno saying thank you for viewing our video. If you like it, please click the like button. Check back soon for more test drives, and we hope that you enjoyed that and found that helpful. If there's any suggestions you'd like to make, please send us a comment with this video through our YouTube channel, and we'd be happy to look to incorporate that for the future. For more information on Itasca coaches, please visit our website at www.bellavistarv.com. Thanks, and happy camping.